recent survey, 63% of 7 to 11-year-olds polled admitted to wearing lipstick. But is experimenting with makeup just harmless fun, or is it unhealthy for children to be worrying about the adult world of beauty at such a tender age, Jane?
I'm absolutely filled with dread, and I know I sound like an old frump here, but I just think, please, please, please let our kids be kids. You know, because they're growing up so quickly as it is, and I know girls and little girls are very inquisitive. And if it's your mum's little lipstick and you can put a dab on, we've all done that. But not buy the whole set for them and say, here you are, and go out in it. I just... it fills me with dread, absolute dread. It really does. And the one thing that I hate to see is, you know, the American pageants when the little girls are dressed up and they've got full makeup on and fake tan. It would just like, stop. Just let our kids be kids. They've got nothing now anyway.
I totally agree with you, and letting them go out in it is just a step too far. But having said that, when I'm at home, Kira is such a girly girl. She absolutely loves getting her little play makeup box out and sitting there for hours. She does my makeup. I end up with 17 bubbles in my hair, you know, and I've got eyeshadow down here, and then she does it on her, and do I look nice, you know, and it's all that. I would never, ever let her then go out in makeup. But I think as a little girl at home, that is part of being a little girl. I used to love doing that when I was a kid with my...
When you put the high shoes on and that noise that they made and everything.
I used to call them when I was, you know, and put my sister's long dresses on and do it. But, I mean, my dad would never let me go out with makeup on. So I do think there is a happy medium. I think, you know, the problem is that the pictures that they show in the papers and the findings of these surveys are really to the extreme. I mean, one of the women in the paper I was reading today, her daughter is 7. She sends her out to parties in full makeup with those chicken fillet things in her T-shirt. I mean, to me, she should be almost... That's almost like saying, you know what, I'm going to take that child away from me, because that's appalling.
That is a form of abuse.
So I don't agree with that, but letting a little girl be a little girl at home and play dress-up, I think is healthy and it's fine. Yeah. The same way that the boys, you know, from the age of 12, couldn't wait to get in the bathroom where they were shaving foam on and give themselves a little shave, even though they didn't even have fluff on the chin, you know. I think that's a healthy part of growing up.
I would rather they were all running around a muddy field playing hockey or netball or something like that. I mean, I think you were either a girly girl growing up or you were a tomboy, and I was definitely a tomboy. I used to have long hair, and it would get very matted at night. I used to toss and turn at night, and I'd have this big lump, big knot here, and I would just smooth over the top layer, and I'd have this, like, tumour growing out the back of my head here. I'd be quite happy I wasn't girly at all. But I think, like you, if it's dressing up, that's one thing, but if it's kind of almost...
But the thing is, it's the marketing, Jackie.
If it's sexualising young girls.
The marketing. Yeah. I mean, I totally agree. I don't have children. Sadly, both my sons want makeup sets for Christmas, but that's another issue. But no, I mean, I think the same. I love dressing up. You know, I've got nieces who we've always sort of like let them wear makeup in the house. They wanted a beauty party. They wanted the limousine where they have the lipstick on for the party and everything. But I was astonished a couple of years ago when they were a bit younger, and I went into a couple of those shops in the precinct geared for little girls. And the underwear and the slogans on the underwear, you know, for 6 and 7-year-olds with sexy and kiss me and all this kind of things, and bras clearly aimed at children who were never going to have any boobs. They were just a sort of a fashion thing, which that is when I think it's really overstepping the mark. But I do think that all little girls generally are going to want to experiment with makeup and mummy shoes.
So, because I never wanted to.
Depends what kind of girl you are. You were a tomboy.
You were a tomboy.
And I'm delighted that Kira's a real girl, because I thought Kira would be a tomboy with having 2 older brothers. Yeah. And I'm so delighted she's a girl. I love it, man.
Yeah. Well, that's for your benefit, isn't it? It's not for us.
I love plain hairdressers.
I couldn't wait to start shaving. There you go.